The first time Emma heard the music, she thought it was coming from inside her own head. It was a slow, crawling melody. Violins weeping, cellos groaning, a piano playing notes that shouldn't exist. She was standing on her porch. The cold night air wrapped around her like a burial shroud, and the radio in her kitchen crackled to life. Midnight. She turned, heart pounding. She hadn't turned it on. Then she heard it, the scream. It was buried beneath the rising swell of the orchestra, almost lost in the crescendo. But it was there. A long, twisting wail, stretched too thin, like something screaming from the other side of a door that would never open. The next day, she asked around. "Do you hear the music?" she said to Mr. Willis at the gas station. He just blinked at her. "The old mansion up in Blackwood Hollow," she said. "At midnight. Every night." His expression darkened. "Forget about it," he muttered. But she couldn't. That night, she followed the music. The mansion was a skeleton of its former self, rising like a tombstone at the end of the hollow. Every window was dark. The front door hung slightly open, breathing. The music played from within. She stepped inside. The grand hall was empty, except for a radio sitting on an old wooden chair. It was playing the song, but no one was there to tune it. As the orchestra swelled, so did the screams, echoing from somewhere deeper inside. Emma followed the sound. A door at the end of the hall was sealed with chains. The music came from behind it, swelling, writhing. The screams became clearer, sharper. Human. She shouldn't have unhooked the chains. She shouldn't have opened the door. Inside, mannequins stood in perfect rows. Their mouths were open in silent agony. Their hollow eyes turned to a single figure at the front. A conductor. He was tall, impossibly thin, a shadow wearing the shape of a man. His baton moved with inhuman grace, slicing the air in time with the music. As he turned toward her, Emma realized the truth. These weren't mannequins. They were people. People turned to something less than human, their voices stolen and fed into the radio waves. The conductor stepped closer. His face was a black void. And when he raised his baton one final time, Emma screamed. The radio crackled to life. A new note had been added to the song.